Teenagers are the worst. The other day, my little girl talked back to my wife. My wife told her to do something. She said, no, I don't want to. I had to pull her aside and say, listen, you got to teach me how to do that.
Being a mom is the most difficult job on the planet. How many mothers died on ice road truckers last season? Any moms get washed overboard on Deadliest Catch? I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but what would you rather have as a job? You want to scoop scallops off the bottom of the ocean, catching that lobster trap to the back of your head? Or do you want to hang in the sunshine with a couple of rugrats? You'd send them to bed anytime you want and some trumped up charges because you want to have a drink and watch The Price is Right? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is the most difficult job. I mean, I thought roofing in the middle of July as a redhead, you know? I thought that was a difficult job, but evidently, these mothers, they're bending over at the waist, putting DVDs into DVD players, going to war pinned down by a sniper. What a joke! You ever burp a baby and forget to put that towel up there? There's another shirt you gotta wash. Oh, lift with your knees and put it in that machine that does it for you. Dude, any job you can do in your pajamas is not difficult.
I would never accept that job in an interview. They'd be like, do you want this full-time job? Oh, well, what does it pay? Oh, you pay. Thousands. For at least 18 years, or you could go to jail. Well, what do I get out of it? You get judged for asking that question. What do you get out of it? You get love. Okay? For 13 years. $10 to 13 years. And then you get judged and resented for 5 to 10 years. And then you get love again, based on how much money you give them. I'm not saying that kids aren't worth it. I'm just saying that they cost more than they're worth.
But being a parent is not that different from being a tourist. It's essentially the same experience. In both, you walk around exhausted, spending money you don't have, while you look for a bathroom. It's the same experience.
Have a kid. That's what everyone says. Have a kid. When are you going to have a kid? You know why people have kids? Because they're easy to make. You have sex, that's it. That's why people have them. I wonder how many people would have kids if it was hard to make a kid. What if the only way you got pregnant is both people ran a marathon? There'd be like 9 kids in the world. They'd all be from Kenya.
Mum would take 30 words to say what Dad could say in one. Stop that bloody fighting to bloody go outside and play in the sun, sitting all day watching bloody TV, getting square eyes under my freaking feet, giving me the shits. I think times I got a bloody tower when I sitting it all, no one freaking listens. We'll wake up one day and bloody won't be in Cocoa Pops at dinner. Dad would just pop his head round the corner and go, don't.
When I was a kid, my mom always said that you have to eat everything from your plate. You have to eat all the food because there is starvation in Africa. And then I ate every day. And then I grew a bit older and I started to think that how have I helped the situation in Africa?
I learned something with kids early on. Don't yell at them, can't yell at them. If it worked, I would do it all day long, but it doesn't. And if you yell too much, eventually they get your frequency. And all of them have this weird internal Bose noise canceling system. And once they get your yell frequency, it's over. To them, you just sound like a Yamaha way in the distance. I told you kids to turn this television off and clean your rooms. And another... I have stood in front of my children and realized, wow, they're watching television through me right now. So as a parent, you need to develop a second voice. I call it the "you're dead" voice. There's a lot of dads in here know what I'm talking about. It's a voice you only use once in a while, only have a big life lesson, a big life download. That's what you got to use it for. First time I used it on my son, he was 7. My voice is a combination of Barry White, Clint Eastwood, and Darth Vader. Thank you. And we caught him lying. And he was at that age where he thought he invented lying. Turns out if you don't tell him what really happened, you could get away with anything. He's just an idiot. And we had him. It was like CSI. Here's the blood spatter. Here's the fingerprints. Here. He's like, nope, I didn't do it. And I lost it. I just went, did you lie to me? Oh, I'm going to ask you one more time. Did you lie to your father? Did you? He came off the ground. It was great. His legs shut out. I know he pooped himself a little bit.
A mother was working in the kitchen, listening to her 5-year-old son playing with his new electric train in the living room. She heard the train stop and heard her son saying, all of you sons of bitches who want off, get the hell off now, because this is the last stop. And all of you bastards who are getting on, get your ass in the train, because we're going down the tracks. The horrified mother went in and told her son, we don't use that kind of language in this house. Now I want you to go to your room and stay there for 2 hours. When you come out, you may play with your train, but I want you to use nice language. 2 hours later, the son came out of the bedroom and resumed playing with his train. Soon the train stopped, and the mother heard her son say, all passengers who are disembarking the train, please remember to take all of your belongings with you. We thank you for traveling with us today and hope your trip was a pleasant one. She hears the little boy continue. For those of you just boarding, we ask you to stow all of your hand luggage under your seat. Remember, there is no smoking on the train. We hope you will have a pleasant and relaxing journey with us today. As the mother began to smile, the child added, for those of you who are pissed off about the 2-hour delay, please see the bitch in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh.
Before you have kids, travel, see the world. When you first get together, go places. Because once you have children, you're going to go to Chuck E. Cheese. That's all you're going. That's your Europe. That's your France. That's your Bermuda. Chuck E. Cheese. There's people here who are over 50 with no kids. They don't look old. Look at people with no kids, no wrinkles. They just sit there. Oh my God, we're going to Jamaica next week. And people with kids, you don't know the joy. You don't know the joy. Trying to make you have kids. You need some kids. Look how happy I am. Shut up.
An elderly man in Phoenix calls his son in New York and says, I hate to ruin your day, but I have to tell you that your mother and I are divorcing. 45 years of misery is enough. Dad, what are you talking about? The son screams. We can't stand the sight of each other any longer, the old man says. We're sick of each other, and I'm sick of talking about this, so you call your sister in Chicago and tell her, and he hangs up. Frantic, the son calls his sister, who explodes on the phone. Like heck, they're getting divorced, she shouts. I'll take care of this. She calls Phoenix immediately and screams at the old man, you are not getting divorced. Don't do a single thing until I get there. I'm calling my brother back and we'll both be there tomorrow. Until then, don't do a thing. Do you hear me? And hangs up. The old man hangs up his phone and turns to his wife. Okay, he says. They're coming for Thanksgiving and paying their own fares. Now what do we tell them for Christmas?
I got it for the guy. Yes.